man. So I'll give you I felt like I've given you so many lashings before. This will just be one of the same, but I just want to remind you of this, right? Your music career was never compared to Joe Budden. Number one. You are Caribou. You see, the reason why you can't speak to somebody like Joe Budden is because whether he wrote a song, which is almost like a pop song now, it's a very popular hip hop song, Pump It Up, or he wrote any of them other songs he wrote, they all came from his pen, his mind. He owns the publishing. Young Miami, you can't name 5 lyrics that you done wrote, and that's the problem. You got to stop cosplaying as you're a outstanding artist, because you're nothing but a ventriloquist, and that's the problem where people like Joe Budden has always been frustrated. I didn't get his frustration when I first lined up with him on Everyday Struggle, because part of his frustration was with people like you, because people like him, for him to come up with some brilliant lyrics, really genius shit, double entendres and triple entendres and all these complex and multis and all this type of stuff, he had to really think. Pen and paper, BlackBerry, iPhone. He's really trying to lock in. All you had to do was show up and say, "Where's my rhymes?" Now, I'm not going to knock everybody who uses a ghostwriter, uses help. But you're the same person who also disrespected your label before, and they're the one who gave you the ghostwriter. Remember the reason why Yachty don't roll for y'all no more? You want to tell people? I'll tell people. You don't want to talk about that. Why don't Yachty write for y'all no more? You tell me. But you won't say it. You can't. It's disingenuous to see an artist that don't write, that is non-talented, that could barely recite. And by the way, don't let nobody, and Young Miami, you know I spoke directly to your situation. The reason why you addressing everybody, neighborhood talk, Joe Budden and not me, is because you know I talk to, you know exactly who I talk to at this point. You don't want to say it. You don't want them tapes out of you not being able to perform the record, you not being able to record. You sound remedial. You should never mention a real rapper in your mouth. You're just not that talented. The whole point with somebody like you is that when given and gifted a career is that you've just never had the you've just never had the passion to say, I'm going to just give a little bit more than average. And that's the problem. So when you talk about Joe Budden, I don't care if he went one-time platinum, gold, maybe only sold 300,000 records. You're not an artist. You're not an artist. You're an actor. You're a script reader. You've never written anything solid. I challenge Carisha to show us her crafting any record she doesn't write. You heard what Cat Williams says. He doesn't write.
What? It's a situation. He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer. Right. We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes.
That is Young Miami. It's so sad that she's keeping this. Listen, Young Miami, this is what I believe. Number one, your podcast, I actually like your podcast. What you got to get over is that I don't think anybody said your podcast was ever trash. They just said that you didn't do it enough. You were still trying to parade as an artist, but it wasn't really parading as an artist because you weren't dropping mad music anyway. You're just lazy. You rather lay on your back, take some dick, suck some cock, get peed on, but you don't want to actually put in the work to write a record, or even put in work to do the podcast. The people you're talking about, and I agree with Joe. If you win an award at the BT Hip Hop Award, that fucking clown show of media platforms that they give awards to, if you win an award for a media platform and you barely do your podcast, you got 6 episodes, you got motherfuckers like Joe Budden who does 2 to 3 episodes a week. I'm over here streaming 8 hours, multiple times a week. You have Gillian Wallow traveling all over the fucking world trying to interview the people who matter, talk about the things that's happening. You have Drink Champs going so crazy. You have Sean Cotton, who's all in the culture. You have Adam 22. You have Vlad. Everybody is they're working to their last drop of sweat and blood. And a little criticism. This is exactly why, Carisha, let's talk about this, Carisha. We don't gotta wait for Joe. Why you dropped and JT not dropped? Let's talk about. Oh, you want to talk about it? Why you dropped and JT not dropped? Let's talk about it. I want to talk about that. Why the label focusing on her but not focusing on you? You're unpassionate. I don't even know if that's a word. You lack the passion that is needed for anybody to. Carisha, what you can't do is you can't get nobody to commit millions to you unless you're sucking their dick like Diddy.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
That's the problem. You wasn't fucking and sucking everybody else. So they all pulled their money out. They all said, by the way, Carisha, answer this question before you get at Joe. Why are you dropped, but JT not dropped? Why don't they fuck with you? And why do they fuck with her? You know why? Because that girl, I don't give a fuck if she with Uzi. She don't want to go lay up under a nigga. She want to go lay up on a nigga and just suck dick and just try to get some money. She want to go work for hers. She rather perform in an airplane bathroom. Goddamn Olive Garden. She want to perform anywhere and she'll take any type of clowning and embarrassment because you know what? No matter if you want to say she's the most talented or not, she definitely got some passion. That's where you just don't go in. Carisha, why are you dropped and why is she not dropped? Could we talk about this shit? Carisha. Oh, I should know that? I know everything. This is why you can't respond to me. You know how you can't respond to me. I got everything. Oh, I'm listen, I tapped in with the engineers. I'm getting the recording files too. Trust me. That's why you know. Before you get to Joe, answer the main question. Why are you dropped and your former group mate, ain't dropped? Oh, your label's fucking with her. They're not fucking with you. Why? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Bring your bitch ass over here. And I'm not saying this to call you a B word in terms of how people talk about females. I'm just saying this because now you one of us. And when you one of us, you see that complex list or whatever these media lists, you scrapping with us. Your shit gonna get compared to the Joe Budden podcast, Drink Champs, Akademiks, No Jumper, Say Cheese, Cam Capone. You're going to get compared to motherfucking Art of Dialogue. You going to have to put in the work because you don't got no career left in music. Them clown shows that you try to put up, like who wrote them shits? The label gave you 15 writers after y'all was tripping when y'all was working with Yachty. Yachty only gave y'all hits. Why did you stop working with Yachty? Talk about it. These are things I want to talk about with you. Why you stop working with Yachty? Why you dropped and your label mate not drop? Oh, I know all the tea. Why did you never want to be artists? When you got discovered, and what I'm saying is you Caribou. When you got discovered, your name wasn't Young Miami. Who gave you the name Young Miami? I'm asking you this question because these are questions I know the answers to. I'm not just saying random bullshit. This is why, Carisha, you had zero chance of winning with me. Because I had a million information about you. You ain't really had nothing about me. Carisha, I could tell you shit that you would think that I'm in the three-way call with you and JT. And I'm not. I could tell you shit that you think that I'm in the three-way call with you and Diddy. And I've never been. How do I know all this shit? Ain't one thing I said is a goddamn lie. And I'ma just chill out because I know Joe gonna clap you up. And I see my man Southside, he hit me. He's like, yo, Act, that's still my baby mom's. Chill, Act. You wildin'. Don't go too crazy. And it's only music, it's not personal. It's only music, it's not personal. So I agree with him. But I seen you try and get on my man's Joe. And for everything I'm gonna get at you about, ever, it's only gonna be about music. I keep telling everybody in the game. No, Cat Williams was right about a lot of things, but you know what Cat said that applies to me? I sit back and collect secrets, and what the other shit he said, I don't forget what he said.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
But I know all y'all niggas dirt. I talk to y'all managers, your agents, your tour manager, the security guard you fired. I talk to the guy who writes your records. I talk to the engineer who fucking had to who had to throw away like 18 takes because you can't get the fucking line right because you barely speak English. I talk to everybody. So when I start getting that child, and by the way, oh, Carisha, I'll give you this one better. I know that you called into your label. Yo, how does Act know this shit? I don't know. I ain't say one lie yet. By the way, you notice JT never said nothing? JT, keep doing your thing, girl. Oh, I'll give you another one of this too. You know, I knew, before you think it's more than what it is, you know, I knew you were dead in the water. I seen the buys come across, and I see the promo come across. They're still doing promo on JT. Ain't not one promo on you. And I asked about that. I said, "Wow, okay, yeah, still right." What? Carisha, who? Carisha, please. Carisha, please get another record deal. Maybe you and Big Back Santana could talk about that next. You're dropped, okay? You're dropped. And by the way, everything I said came to light. I said, let's trim the fat. She's want to be a concubine. She's chasing dick. She's chasing dick, piss, P. Diddy, and threesomes. The label need to focus on the one person who care about music. Lo and behold, I look up. I take a shot at the Espelon. Shorty got dropped. I'm going to just save the rest. Joe, Joe don't even need me. I'll be like, yo, Joe, I'll send you a few things on her. She's dropped. I can tell you how. Carisha, I kind of know how much in debt y'all are to the. Remember when you said that there's no money in this? No, there's money. I think it almost turns into bullying at that time. Okay, Carisha, I love you, but you know, if you announce you're done with music, I won't ever talk about you again. But as long as you're a musician, and as long as you keep trying to be in this media space, we will always talk about you in the media space. As long as you're a musician, I want to say this to you, Carisha, literally. Every meeting you have about your music career, I know every single thing. You know I'm not lying because I haven't said a lie yet. Whoever is representing you, if you do need to I could probably help you get your next record deal, okay? But enjoy being dropped. Okay. Get her out of here. By the way, it's not personal, man. Like, I actually like her at this point. Your money get at a point you realize, like, yo, you just won. Nah, I don't have a problem with her. But I see she was trying to clap up my nigga Joe. Is like, bruv. At least Joe willingly got off of his label, man. Like, yo, he just ain't want to play the game. Surety. They dropped your ass. I'll leave it at that. All right.